So hello all of you. So today we are going to talk about Society of Actuaries US based exam structure, the fees, the course content, the duration, all the things in depth. So SOA is an emerging body in the Indian markets. Why? Due to the placement opportunities offered by big MNC US based companies. So now in this video we will discuss the course structure of SOA, the order of giving exams, fees, timeline, etc. everything. So let's start. So the first thing that we are going to talk about is the ASA designation, which is the associateship. Okay, which is the associateship. In this, if you see, there are 6 exams that you need to take, 3 VEEs and 4 modules. Okay, so we will talk about the exams one by one in depth little bit afterwards. Now just have a glance. So the name of the exams are probability, financial mathematics, FAM, which is fundamentals of actuarial mathematics, statistics for risk modeling, predictive analytics, and advanced long-term or short-term actuarial mathematics. So basically these are the 6 exams which you need to clear if you want to become an associate from the Society of Actuaries. Apart from these exams, there are 3 VEEs, namely mathematical statistics, accounting and finance, and economics. So in most of the cases it is seen that if you are a university student having the course content similar to these, then you might get these exams exempt. Okay, you need to match the curriculum with your college curriculum, and in most of the cases it is seen that you will get either all the 3 or maybe 2 of these exempt. Now there are 4 modules, self-paced modules in SOA. The best thing about SOA exams is that it is all based offline. Okay, you need to go to the prometric locations across the world. There are lots of prometric locations in India also, and in the Asian countries also. Everywhere you will see lots of prometric locations at the major locations. You need a valid passport to appear for the SOA examinations. The vigilance in SOA examinations is really strict. Okay, and the course module is really interesting, real world based. So in the 4 modules you see, one is PAF, which is pre-actuarial foundation. The next one is actuarial science foundations. The third one is advanced topics in predictive analytics, and the fourth one is fundamentals of actuarial practice. So these are all self-paced modules with the syllabus broken down into smaller parts, and you need to appear for self-assessments and examinations based on your course modules. Okay, so in short, if I talk about, you need to become if you need to become an associate, you need to give 6 exams, 3 VEEs and 4 modules. Okay, so these are all self-paced modules which you can give if you are studying on a regular basis. Then you will cover these modules over a period of time. And these 6 exams, the main advantage of these exams is most of the exams are MCQ based. Okay, and they offer the initial exams, which is P and FM, 6 times a year. Okay, and the best thing about these exams is that the results are declared instantly. So now let's move to the next slide. So if you want to become a fellow, so in the fellowship you see there are lots of specialty tracks. So the course content is almost in lines with IEI, which is the Indian Institute, and IFOI, which is the UK based institute. So SOA is the largest actuarial body across the globe, and it's the most widely recognized across the globe. Like the spread of recognition of SOA institute is very nice. Okay, it's not that it is very concentrated in some of the areas. So the spread is really nice across the globe. So out of the 6 specialty tracks you see, you have corporate finance, quantitative finance, life assurances, retirement, group and health, and general insurance. So these subdivisions where the actuaries work is really common in IFOI, IEI curriculum as well. So And what do you, in all the specialty tracks, you see there are 3 modules and 3 exams that you need to appear for, except in the general insurance, there are 4 exams which you need to appear. Now, why the students are preferring SOA more than any other body is that due to the strict vigilance in the exams and the course modules. The exams are mostly MCQ. Like in the initial level, you will mostly see the MCQ. We'll discuss the pattern about the later exams in the coming slides. But you see the course content is really good. And why Indian students? Because there is a special program being run on a pilot basis by the Society of Actuaries body on the Indian region, that they are offering special rates to appear for the exam. Okay. Now let's move to the next slide. Now if you see how much time does it take to become a fellow. So the work experience, leaving aside the work experience requirements, if you want to become an associate, you can easily do that in approximately 3 to 4 years of time. And if you want to achieve the status of clearing all the papers, you can easily do that in 4 to 5 years of time from the SOA body. Okay. Now we talk about the order of giving exams. Okay. So you can start your exam with P or FM. I will always recommend exam P because it's the most widely paper from which the students start the SOA institute studies. So if you are appearing for P, then the next time you need to appear for FM or P. So it's a vice versa. So the first two attempts should go for the 2 basic papers because the results are declared instantly and these exams are offered by the institute 6 times in a year. Okay. The third is, if you are taking the FAM route, then after FAM you can give ALTAM, ASTAM. Okay. Or if you are taking the SRM route, then after SRM you can appear for predictive analytics paper. Okay. So let me just tell you in a brief. So the first 2 exams will be P and FM. Okay. So in the third exam, if you are going for maybe, so let's discuss a route. So you start the exam with P, then you go for FM, and after that you can go for FAM. And if you are going for FAM, then the next paper should be ALTAM or ASTAM. Okay. ALTAM or ASTAM. Now if you talk about once you are done with ALTAM, ASTAM, you will be done with P, FM, FAM, ALTAM or ASTAM. Then the 5th paper which you are appearing for is SRM and then PA. So the higher paper for SRM will be PA, which is predictive analytics based in R programming, and the higher paper for FAM will be ALTAM or ASTAM. Okay. So in this manner you can complete your 6 exams. Okay. And in the meantime, as and when you get the time, the VEEs which are left, which you don't get exemption, and the self-paced modules, the 4 modules which we talked about, you can appear for those in the remaining period of time. You can do those side by side because these are self-paced modules. Okay. After you complete your associate papers, then there are 3 exams as we already mentioned in the specialty tracks for the fellowship modules. So fellow paper 1, 2 and 3, we have basically termed it like this. Okay. So briefly to discuss, so if you are going to start the exam with FM, then the next exam is P. And if you're going for P, then you should go for SRM because it's the higher order of statistics. And if you're going for SRM, then complete the PA exam. Now, a short tip that I want to give you is that if you're near to graduation or you're joining a job, then I will not recommend you to give the PA exam because it's very expensive among all the other exams. So these exam costs will be borne by your good MNC companies. Okay. So if you're going in the company and then you're appearing for the exams, then it will be better. So for that, our specialized team will help you. So the order is really clear for the SOA exams because you're starting with P, then you're going for FM. These 2 exams are same. Okay. And then after that, you need to take either the FAM route or the SRM route. So if you love statistics, then go with SRM and then you can give PA if you are okay with the cost of the exam. And once you clear SRM and PA, then you can go with FAM and ALTAM or ASTAM. So this is the route. Okay. So these are the 6 exams that you need to appear for associateship. I hope so it's clear. And if you have any query, then you can post it in the chat box of this video. Okay. So now I will give you a brief overview of the papers. So exam P focuses on probability concepts crucial for risk management. It is the foundational exam for aspiring actuaries. So now I will just show you the overview. Okay. So the content of exam P, The content of exam P is probability principles, random variables, risk management. So the prerequisites is you need to know the basic of calculus, like basics of integration, differentiation, logarithm, indices. Okay, and the exam format is 3 hours. There are 30 MCQs. The frequency is 6 times a year. January, March, so it's the odd months. Okay, 1, 3 odd months it's offering, and the exam fees is just $130. Okay, $130, so it's less than 15,000 approximately. Okay, so and the preliminary pass fail is received on that spot only for the first 3 exams, which is P, FM and SRM. So FAM takes time, PA takes time, okay, Altam Astam takes time, okay, and it's all MCQ. So 300 hours of study is recommended. So even if you're studying at a pace of maybe 5 to 6 hours every day, or maybe 4 hours every day, then 3 months of preparation is adequate. Okay. So next is exam FM. So if you see exam FM, again it's financial mathematics. You will learn about time value of money, interest rates, bonds, project appraisal, term structure, etc. So again the format is quite similar. It's a 2.5 hour exams. It's a 2.5 hours of exam, 30 MCQs, and it's offered in the even months: February, April, June, August, October and December. The rate is same. Okay, and again in this 250 hours of study is recommended, so roughly 300 hours you can think of. Okay, you need to practice a lot of MCQs because SOA initial exams is MCQ based. Now I talked about, again, basic calculus knowledge is required. Now if you talk about the calculator for exam FM especially, you can use the Texas BA2 plus financial calculator, or you can take a calculator of TI-30XS, because the calculator is expensive. It will cost you approximately 4,000 INR one calculator. So I will always recommend, if you have that budget or if you can arrange the calculator, you use TI-30XS for all the other exams, but for exam FM you can use the Texas BA2 plus instruments financial calculator. Now if you talk about the exam FM, so in exam FM you see this exam assesses essential actuarial methods used in modeling, foundational principles of rate making and reserving for short-term coverages, and contingent payment models for insurance and other financial risks. Okay. Now if you talk about the course content, so it's offered 3 times in a year, which is March, July and November. Again there are 34 MCQs. It's a 3.5 hours exam. Now the best thing about SOA exams, it's not that you need to give the exam on a specific date. There is a range of dates. There is a window in which you can give the exam on any particular date. You need to book that slot, that particular time, and you can go to the exam center, prometric location, and you can give the exam. In India, there are approximately 12 to 15 prometric locations from where you can take the SOA Institute examinations. So the fees is roughly $200. Okay, the results are declared in approximately 2 to 3 months of time. So 350 hours of study is required, and short-term insurance and reinsurance coverages, parametric estimation, option pricing and actuarial valuation. So FAM again has 2 parts, FAM L and FAM S, but the exam happens once only in a single day, and there is no as such that you need to give 2 separate exams, but I'm just talking about the course content. So 34 MCQs are there, and it's a 3.5 hours of exam. It's offered 3 times in a year. The main problem with FAM exam that you will face is that the results are not declared instantly like the SRM exam. So again, SRM exam evaluates candidates' ability to apply statistical models such as regression models, time series analysis, decision trees and cluster analysis to real world risk management issues. Now prerequisites of FAM exam, I just skipped that. Prerequisites of FAM exam will be P exam, FM exam, VEE mathematical statistics. So basically all the VEEs you need to make sure whenever you are appearing for this exam, you need to clear all these, okay, as per the prerequisites. So now if you talk about the structure of SRM exam, so again it's a 3.5 hours of exam. There are 35 MCQs. The frequency of exam is January, May and September. Okay, and the content is statistical learning, linear models, non-linear models, time series, decision trees. The prerequisites are P exam, basic calculus, VEE mathematical statistics, okay, for the SRM. So again the fees is roughly $170. So there is a myth that the SOA exams excuse me, So basically there is a myth that the SOA exams are very costly. It's not that. If you compare it with the II IFOA rates, it's cheaper only till now. The main financial problem which you are going to face is in the exam PA. It's a little bit on the higher end, okay, but you see SOA structure is really nice. And if you talk about the course content also, it's more relevant, okay, when you see it's quite interesting and it's relevant. So yes, you receive a preliminary pass fail, so the results are declared instantly for the SRM exam. Now we talk about the ALTAM and the ASTAM exam. So ALTAM is basically advanced topics in actuarial modeling, including survival models, credibility theory, and the application of these models to insurance and other financial risk. The ASTAM is basically complex statistical methods used in actuarial science. It includes advanced topics in regression analysis, multivariate statistics, and the application of these techniques to actuarial problems. So ALTAM ASTAM exam overview. So the content of ALTAM is survival models, Markov jump, profit analysis. ASTAM is aggregate models, severity models, credibility. So prerequisites is FAM exam, as I already mentioned. It's a 3 hours exam. 6 questions are there, 1 on Excel and 5 on Word. Frequency is 2 times, April and October. Again, it will take some time to declare the result of this. You don't need to appear for both. Now the trick is that either you need to appear for ALTAM or you need to appear for ASTAM. You can choose based on your interest. It's not that you need to appear for both the exams. So again, 350 hours of study is recommended for this, and the fees is roughly $350 US. So the exam PA provides candidates with the tools to apply predictive analytics to solve business problems. It's basically an paper on R programming from scratch that you learn. So if you talk about IFOA curriculum, there are 2 exams, CS1 and CS2, in which you see R programming as paper B, but here it's only in 1 paper, and there is 1 module that is ATPA, which is advanced topics on predictive analytics. So again, if you see the PA exam overview, the content is introduction to R, data processing, parametric regression models, unsupervised feature selection, decision trees. So the prerequisites are PA exam, basic calculus, VEE, mathematical statistics, but it's always recommended to give PA exam after some point of time, okay. So the exam format is 3.5 hours exam, Word submission, but definitely you will be working on R programming. Frequency is again 2 times. Results is approximately 6 weeks far away from your exam date, okay, and the fees is roughly $800 US. So you see the fees which I was talking about. So it's roughly 70,000 INR that I was talking about, okay. So 350 hours of study is recommended. Now the best thing about the SOA structure is you need to give lesser amount of exams, and there are more self-paced modules in this. So now as I talked about, the VEEs you might get exempt, or you need to go through a approved prep provider of SOA body so that you can get that exempt, okay. You can get that certification that you have completed the VEE exam. So now if a student is focused, let's talk about the 6 exams from SOA which you need to give. Now if the student is focused, then they can clear all the 6 exams in 2 years of time. And in this space only, in the middle when there are gaps, you can clear the self-paced modules and the VEEs. So approximately 3 years of time I will suggest is quite sufficient to clear all the exams, VEEs and modules of the associateship. Definitely with some work experience you will get that tag, but yes, from the exam point of view you can clear all the things in 3 years of time, and 1 year additional I am considering for the fellowship papers, okay. Now if you see, now why SOA? Why SOA is a big question. So why SOA? So the first reason is that the centers are there and there is strict vigilance, so credibility is maintained. The second thing is that you need to give the exam in MCQ format, and the exams are offered multiple times. There is instant result, so you can focus more on what should be the next strategy, okay. So yes, sir, how much time? As I already mentioned, if you talk about only these 6 exams, easily with good guidance you can clear these 6 exams in 2 years of time, and 1 more additional year for all the all the other VEEs and the modules which I was talking about. So yes, in 4 years of time you can clear all the exams of SOA body. So now what is the VEE? Validation by educational experience is a component of the actuarial certification process that requires candidates to demonstrate proficiency in specific subjects through approved coursework or standardized exams. So now VEE exam content, one is mathematical statistics, the other is economics, in which there is microeconomics and macroeconomics, and accounting and finance. So if we talk about mathematical statistics, there is random sampling, hypothesis testing, maximum likelihood estimation, confidence intervals. Now if we talk about economics, there is utility, demand, supply, GDP, public finances, international trade. Definitely more topics are there, but here we have just mentioned an outline of that. So in accounting and finance, there is capital budgeting, investment decisions, cost of capital, accounting concepts, and financial statements. So basically this was a brief introduction of the SOA body. Now if you have any more questions, currently IEI is also giving exemptions for SOA appeared papers, so definitely you can look at that as well. So if you have any more query, then you can drop your queries in the chat box in this video, and if you need more such videos, you can just let me know the topic in which I should make the video. Thank you all of you.